and drinking my neuro shroom.
Yeah.
What's up, everybody? This is Big Country Ray Cody and David the War Horse Thornton coming live from the redneck offices of Country Crush, Team Crushing It. So I wanted to come on and kind of give an update of what's going on with my case. I met with my attorney yesterday, and I got to say that it was very comical, to say the least. My attorney thought it was very comical, to say the least. Where do I start? Let me see. Let me get this on here. There we go. And David, the War Horse, what's going on with my case? Let's get the delay off. What's up, Kelly? So basically what we got going on is the officer's written recollection of the event and his so-called witnesses that gave testimony. What's up, Anthony Gillen? That gave testimony to what they saw. Absolutely contradicts what's shown on the video.
Oh, God.
So in the report, we'll refer to this officer because we can't say his real name.
Right.
So we will you're welcome, Shuey. We will refer to this officer from this point on as Officer Butt Ranger. So Officer Butt Ranger of the Butt Ranger Springs Police Department, because we can't mention the actual department either. So Officer Butt Ranger of the Butt Ranger Police Department stated in his report that I swung at him, which prompted him to place me under arrest. Now, clearly, in his body cam footage, it shows me telling him to shut the fuck up.
Right.
And then him calling me a fucking asshole and then assaulting me. When he grabs me, he never tells me that I'm under arrest.
Right.
He never tells me anything other than he tries to grab my arm. Now, one thing that he did say, yes, Officer Cunt Waffle. There you go.
There you go.
What up, Raymond Dillon? So he did say that he was afraid of me because he knows my history. He did say that he was physically unable due to the size and strength difference. He says in his report that due to size and strength difference, he was physically unable to put me into an armbar. The motherfucker admits to trying to put me into a defensive armbar.
Then he shouldn't be a cop.
I'm
just grabbing a fork. Come on here.
Oh, we got Artem coming on to troll my podcast or whatever the fuck you want to call this.
I've seen plenty of people. I mean, if you can watch, what's that show, Live PD? And I've seen plenty of petite female police officers take down big guys.
Oh, yeah.
So
bro, when you watch the body cam footage, you see him grabbing my arm, and I'm just standing there.
Yeah.
You see me voluntarily put my arm behind my back.
Yep.
You see me go to the ground.
Yep.
Now, what he says as me swinging at him, the only time you see my hand move is when I'm already to my knees. You see me throw my phone to Chris.
Right.
and you clearly hear me say, call the Kern County Sheriffs because I am afraid of what this man will do to me.
There you go.
At no time do you see me make an aggressive forward motion to him. You don't see me in a combative stance, as he stated. Then he spent, we've got 30 minutes of video of him questioning Chris. And he says that Chris had no pertinent information to add to his investigation. Why? Because Chris wasn't agreeing with him.
Right. Yep.
At no time does the man give me commands to do anything.
Right.
The only thing he says is, he goes, I'm going to take my taser out. And then you clearly see him hold the taser to my head.
Yep.
In his body cam footage.
Did you even know it was a taser?
No. I mean, you can hear him say it in the video.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't even know he had a taser to me. Because you can see in the video that I'm clueless to the fact that he's got a taser to me.
Yeah.
Because I'm not even talking to him. I'm talking to Chris. I'm telling Chris what to do.
Right.
Telling him to keep record, call the Kern County Sheriffs, all that other stuff. You hear, like my lawyer says, he goes, Ray, you talk way too much. But, I'm not denying anything. That's the whole thing, right? What's up, babe? Well, you can sit down and come on. So anyways, needless to say that his body cam footage shows a big different story.
Wait, what he's trying to do is cover his ass, and he's tripping over his own feet.
Well, again, the funny thing is, if you read the report, he tells in the report, how am I resisting arrest when he clearly states in the report that I was compliant and followed all his commands?
Yeah.
He further goes on to say in the report how once I calmed down, he felt no fear to where I needed to be handcuffed or needed to be put in a cell. He goes on to say how he searched me, which he never searched me. In fact, I refused to get out of the police car until he searched me because
you thought
I did have a knife in my pocket and I thought it was still in my pocket. Then he further goes on to lie about basically further goes on to lie saying that he searched me, that he found nothing on my person, but he fails to mention again that I demanded the search.
Yeah.
He further went on to tell me that he gave my knife back to Chris.
Or did.
And he never did. So yeah. And that's pretty much where we're at. So the video clearly goes with my version of the story.
Yep.
It clearly shows the officer in the wrong. Plus the video that I've posted. But what's going to be cool is I get to go, after this is all over, I get the body cam footage.
Oh, there you go.
And I don't know who I'm going to send it to, but I'm going to send it to somebody to, or maybe I'll just download it and just load it. I mean, it's like, it's literally 2 discs.
Yeah. Shit, I'd almost send that to the state attorney's office.
Richard Earl, the problem with this fucking guy is he's a mommy and daddy's boy. Mommy and daddy are immigrants to this country. They did very well for themselves. They're very well off. Mommy and daddy have influence within the association that runs the police department. In fact, Officer Cunt Waffle, I like that name better. Officer Cunt Waffle of the Butthole Police Department. He's a realtor here in this association. He sells houses in this association. He's a fat little fuck who probably got butt raped while he was in high school and got bullied. So he put on a badge and holds a gun because he feels it makes him a tough guy.
Well, it's not even really the police department. It's like a glorified security company.
Well, if you think about it, it really is, right? Because where I live is classified as a special district.
Right.
So who hires the chief of police? The manager of the Butthole Association. Yep. So the guy who runs the place where I live, he hires the chief of police.
Yep.
Then the chief of police interviews the officers, and then it gets voted on by the CSD.
Right.
So basically the manager of this place is like the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's a conflict of interest.
Yep.
You got a guy who handles the money and everything that goes on in this association with his own private police department. Yeah. And I've heard from many, many fucking people that when this CSD doesn't like somebody,
yep,
they will use the police department to harass them to the point where they leave.
Yep.
Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I'm going to win this case. That would be presumptuous and egotistical of me to say so. But it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, my lawyer can't really see the DA wanting to go forward with this after seeing the body cam footage.
Yeah.
I clearly do not resist arrest.
Too many
based off of my own words, they're basically trying to say that I obstructed and hindered his investigation. However, at no time in the video did he ever tell me he was here to interview Helen. At no time. He said he was there to see me.
Right.
He did not know my intention until after.
Well, doesn't that conflict with the original call?
Well, the original call
to the police?
Well, you got to understand, right? So from the time that I got to the park,
right,
to the time that I was arrested, okay, I was only there for 20 minutes.
Right.
So the initial call was made on Helen.
Right.
The initial caller stated that Helen was being abusive and verbally abusive to the children, calling them horrible obscenities and blah, blah, blah. That was the initial call. Then when I got there, there were two more calls stating that the people stated that they were fearful that I was going to harm the children and Helen. And that's what prompted them to show up. You know, he states that he observed me for about 30 seconds, cussing at the kids, cussing at everyone. But yet there's absolutely no video, no nothing of that.
And that would be instrumental. I mean, if they were trying to build a case, wouldn't you want that as footage? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, in my opinion, here's John. Let's bring John on.
John Waddell.
So like I said, the body cam footage absolutely refutes what he's saying.
Yeah.
I mean, he even has a witness lying for him. A witness testified that she saw me swinging at the officer.
And see, and then you start getting into when you start having stuff like that, and it goes public as it was published, in that report, that becomes defamation of character at that point.
Well, right. I mean, you have two witnesses claiming that Helen threw a full soda bottle at me and I threw a glass bottle at her. Now Helen did throw a soda bottle. It was an empty plastic Dr. Pepper bottle that she threw at the trash can that was sitting next to the grill that we were going to use to cook our food at the park. The bottle hit the bottom of the trash can. Like Helen points out in her videos that we posted, the closest person to us was probably 100 yards away. Now, I'm a pretty loud guy, and people could easily hear me from 100 yards away.
Right.
On this particular day, it was windy. I'm not saying people still couldn't hear me, but not so clearly where they're talking, where they're allegedly quoting words that I said.
Right.
So basically, yesterday was a comedy hour. I mean, we literally sat there and laughed our asses off. Because what happened is my attorney read the report to me first, and then we watched the body cam footage.
Pop some popcorn, sat back, and watched the show.
Bro, it was like watching a George Carlin stand-up show.
One of my favorites, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it I don't know. All I can say is this. Like it was funny in the first like 30 seconds of the video, I called the guy a fucking dildo and said that my lawyer's gonna have fun with you. And my lawyer's like, well, I am gonna have fun with this, but you really need to shut the fuck up, man. You need to just, when you get arrested, you just need to keep your fucking mouth shut. He goes, you showed this cop no respect. I said, that's not against the law.
Yeah.
Where does it say in the penal code that you wear a badge, you have to have your asshole sucked and be respected? This guy obviously needs more training.
Yeah.
And I'm not. What's up, John?
I talked to Brian at J Street this morning. He's sending me their logo.
Oh, nice. Yeah, because I'm gonna need that for the banner.
Well, and then when I
wanted to say before
that page that had the posting, I even said they had no sensitivity training of any kind or any how to deal with people who are going, because I mean everything kind of got spurred on because she was having an episode, so that's not a crime,
right? And like in the report, the officer uses my words, but he says, he claims his fiance has mental illness. And then my attorney looks at me and goes, can you prove this? I said, yeah, man, she's been on Social Security disability since the age of 15 because of her mental illness. Yeah. So how much of her file would you like?
Yeah, right.
And
you can't, I mean, cops cannot assume that. If somebody comes up and says they have mental illness, they have to take those precautions. I mean, if that was a large police department like LAPD or NYPD and something like this happened, it would be major news.
Right. Well, like I said, personally for me, my intention is not to sue this guy or the department. Yeah. My intention is not to get this man fired. My intention isn't even to get him reprimanded.
Right.
My intention is to get the butt plug police department to see that this dildo, this cunt waffle, has a vendetta against me for whatever reason.
Well, they definitely need their hand slapped for the mishandling of it alone. I mean, had this been a medical type emergency and they thought it was somebody faking or making stuff up, it could result in a much, much worse result.
Well, and that's the thing too, right? I mean, they mention in there about my injuries. They mention that I claimed with my injuries. You know, he mentions a lot of stuff, and that's what my attorney was saying. A lot of what he's saying is contradictive.
Right.
What I was arrested for.
Yep.
You know.
He damn near broke your wrist.
Oh no, he didn't damn near break my wrist. He broke my wrist.
Yeah, he broke your wrist. Yeah.
My doctor told me when I had my wrist surgery done.
Yeah. He
told me if my right wrist can go like this, the fusion is gone. The fusion got broken. The pins were broken. So here you go. Yeah. As John could tell you, up until this happened, I could only move my wrist like this.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The fusion's gone.
Yeah.
I've already had the X-rays. I've already had all that, and the X-rays clearly show that the fusion's gone.
Right.
Oh no, Jesse White. I'm definitely gonna have these guys pay my attorney fees.
Oh yeah.
This is ridiculous. I mean, this is the second bullshit arrest this guy's made on me. This is the second time this fuckhead has allowed his emotions to overrule his common sense.
And that's part of their job, is to remain level-headed, cool, and calm. He obviously didn't do that.
Well, like my attorney said, I mean, literally, David, in the first 30 seconds, is how it went from him trying to be my buddy to me telling him to fuck off.
Right.
Just like that.
Yep.
And him turning around and saying, "You shut the fuck up." And that's the other thing. In the body cam footage at the police station, it shows him making the bet with me for the sushi dinner if his video shows that he cursed. So out of both DVDs, this motherfucker cursed at me 9 times.
He owes you 9 sushi dinners.
Right? So I go to my attorney, I go, how the fuck do I collect this? And he goes, oh, don't worry. If this goes to trial, it will be brought up at trial.
Oh, my God. Yeah. That's a verbal.
What about the sushi dinners?
Right. You know. But again, my attorney is pretty confident that it's not going to go past the pretrial.
No, I don't think it is either.
I mean, my attorney's so confident he doesn't even want me to show up to the pretrial.
I think the judge is going to look at it and go, "What the hell is this? Why are we even here?" You know.
So it's going to be pretty interesting. It's going to be pretty interesting overall to see what's going to happen. You know, so it like I said, it's going to be interesting. So I'm not going to be. I actually am not going to be going to my pretrial. My lawyer told me I didn't need to waste my time with it.
Right. Yeah, you're not required to. No.
Yeah, you know. What's up, Derek Smith? He doesn't believe that, again, it's going to go.
Yeah.
If it even goes to the pretrial.
Right.
He doesn't think it'll go past that. Because even what I said, incriminating myself, doesn't go along with the video.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's misconduct on the police officer's part. There's inconsistencies in the stories. His report does not match the video. There's too many questions that it can't be answered, that it's not worth going to trial for.
Well, and the thing is, the officer Cuntwaffle just flat out lies. And that's the words that my attorney used. He didn't use Officer Cuntwaffle, but
I know what you mean.
But he used the word. This guy flat out lied.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which, again, it just shows the integrity.
I was just about to say that. Integrity. Yep. And
then it goes in line. I mean, doing some further research, Bear Butthole Police Department has investigated 37 times.
Jesus.
And is under current.
Yeah, I could understand that for a large police department, but that's a small department.
Yeah, and they're currently under 2 investigations for police brutality and misappropriations of funds.
Yeah.
Then we found out that the district attorney kicks out 87% of this of Officer Cuntwaffle's arrests. 87% of this Cuntwaffle's arrests are thrown out.
It's about to be 88.
Right? Right. So enough attention on Officer Cuntwaffle.
Because there are good cops out there, guys. It's just an example.
All right, I'm going to think that I hate police officers.
No.
And I don't. Do I have issue with today's police and sounds like another Megan Barry? I'm not familiar with Megan Barry, Jesse White. But you have a lot. I'll give you an example. One experience that we had with Butthole Police Department. I actually had to call the police on Helen because she got drunk and she took the car. So this officer comes to our house. I explain what happened. Did this officer go and arrest Helen? No. He locates Helen. He makes arrangements for Helen to go to her friends, and then calls me, picks me up, and brings me to the car so I can drive it home. Now, this officer could have arrested Helen on a DUI. This officer could have towed my car.
Right.
This officer, within his legal rights, could have done a lot of things. But he did the right thing.
Right.
He used critical thinking.
Yep.
He understood the situation. So versus making a situation worse, he really helped somebody.
Which could have been the same thing that happened to you. They could have just said, okay, Mr. Cody, you get in your truck and leave. Let's resolve the situation. You know what I mean? It could have been handled so much better, and you wouldn't even be in this situation.
Oh, wow, Jesse White. That's pretty scary to think about. But yeah, David, you're right. It's that's the problem with police today. They don't use critical thinking. It's all about the arrest. Police no longer protect and serve.
Yeah.
They're revenue collectors. It's no longer about the law. Like when you were in law enforcement and when John was in law enforcement. When my dad was in law enforcement, my father told me being a police officer isn't about arresting people. It's about changing lives.
Right. And it is. It's a revenue. I mean, when I lived in Charlotte, North Carolina, I had a person that lived in my subdivision was a Charlotte PD. And he said,
right.
he said that there is a quota. He said an unofficial quota for number of tickets the officer needs to write each month to reach a certain revenue.
Right.
And he said they will officially deny that, but he said every police department, major police department at least, he said, has a certain number of money they have to raise every month in tickets.
Right.
And it's each officer's responsibility to hit. So they said that's why at the end of every month, you see a lot more police presence on the streets, doing speed traps and things like that. And that's not what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'm not angry despite what people think. I'm not against police officers. I wish that good police officers would speak up against these bad apples. And I wish that, Officer Cuntwaffle could actually be a good cop if he was more focused on being a good cop versus, again, this is your typical kid who probably got bullied in school.
Yep.
Typical person, typical guy, probably has a small penis. He probably got laughed at in the locker room.
But he's got a tiny penis.
From the looks of him now, he probably didn't even see his penis until he was about 18, 19 years old. I think he probably still is a fucking virgin, unless he pays for it. But, again, enough time on Cuntwaffle. Let's talk about lifting for autism. John you can't hear me? David, can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
John, you can't hear me?
Let me come back on.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll talk about Cuntwaffle until John comes back on.
Like you said, it's
so just so everybody knows how alike Helen is of me. So I just messaged her to bring me down another cup of coffee. And the message I get back is, hold on a second, I'm taking a shit.
That's every message I ever get from her, and I'm like, guess what I'm doing? I'm shitting.
The couple that shits together stinks together,
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
But that John talked to me yesterday, and and she sent me a picture of it.
Oh no, don't share.
Oh, I gotta figure out how I can share this. Here, let's add a poll. Should I share Helen's poop or not?
I'm good.
Well, if shit it into like a really cool state, that'd be one thing. But like curl it up like a snake in the bottom,
No, it kind of looks like oatmeal.
No, I don't want to see that. No, I'm good.
No, I'm good.
Well, we gotta ask our viewers, man.
Thanks for the offer, though.
Yes, the offer is appreciated, but I have to deny at this point.
Should what the hell? This thing ain't, all right. I don't like this poll thing.
You can privately send it to Ike Ford and Josh and Ray.
Hey, don't forget, David. I hope you watch fucking Blade Runner, fucker, because you're supposed to be on Mad in America tonight.
I will be, and I have seen it. I've watched it 3 times. It was one of my favorite. I do love that movie. It was, I watched that back in the 80s the first time, and then we're gonna watch the remake Blade Runner 2049. Yeah.
I don't want to talk too much about the movie. I want to save it for later.
Yeah.
But anyways, John was telling me last night that the DoubleTree Hotel is literally
Courtyard.
Courtyard
is literally bending over backwards for this.
That's because John is bending over forwards for them.
Right? on, guys. Let's change the title here. John, what's the Marriott Courtyard, right?
Courtyard by Marriott.
Yeah.
Courtyard by Marriott.
Grab your ankles and spread your cheeks.
Bentonville, Arkansas. Let's crawler show. There we go.
There we go. Yep.
So anyways, if Magnus, and by the way, let me bring that up. So I got a call back from the financial institution for the loan.
All
right.
I've been approved for the loan, but I've got to wait until I make the final payment on the existing loan.
Where is Turd?
So basically what happens is they take a percentage of every sale that I make.
Right.
Pardon.
So
Give me a minute, guys.
As soon as Ike Ford pays the invoice I sent him,
There's Hardin right there.
the loan's paid off, and they'll approve the next loan.
Awesome.
Yep.
I'm not going to say 100% that Magnus is confirmed until that money hits my account and I buy the ticket.
Yep.
But we got the money.
Yep. And this keeps growing and growing. I mean,
well, I'll tell you what. Anybody who doesn't take the opportunity to pre-register, because I'm telling you right now, unless you guys say differently and you guys disagree, if I get, we were just talking about your poop, and I was gonna post a picture because David was saying what it was looking like, and John was trying to guess, and I said it kind of looked like oatmeal. As soon as I said that, David and John didn't want to see your poop anymore.
I seen her pooper, but
hey, what's up, Katie Passmore? So nobody wanted to see the beautiful disasters poop, so we didn't put it up.
No, because that would be a beautiful disaster.
Yeah.
So Helen just said she's regular and it feels really good when she's done. So all right, come in here. We got well, you got a couple minutes before you got to go get my coffee and leave. So let me ask you a question. So we just had sex. It was really good sex, and you came multiple times, and I came. So what would you say was more gratifying? Having sex with me or pushing out a turd?
I think both ends are equally happy.
Wow, dude, I suck so bad at fucking I can't even outdo her taking a poop. Wow. I'm not even doing shit. I mean, what does that say for my fucking ability?
Oatmeal 1, Ray 0.
Right? So now I'm going to have to start fucking her in the butt and compact it and constipate her a little bit.
It would come out like an oatmeal bar.
Maybe prolapse that shit a little bit. Maybe it'll come out differently. It won't be so pleasurable.
Or just coat your dick. Put some peanut butter on your dick, then coat it in oatmeal. Then stick it.
Have to eat some corn.
And you just don't know what you're going to get on the broadcast of Team Crushing. As John Waddell, the vice president of sales and marketing, is sitting there saying, "How the fuck is this helping our company in the sales?"
So we're trying to cater to a whole.
He's laughing on the inside.
We're gonna get into BDS.
Actually, what's going on is John's thinking about the peanut butter. What he's doing.
No, Autumn just brought up a good idea, David, and I think you and Kelly Waddell would be great for attacking this market.
Oh God!
So we started out selling to arm wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
Then we progressed into CrossFit, strongman, powerlifting, but there's a untapped market.
Oh, God.
Bondage.
Bro,
BDS.
think about it. How many hand jobs do prostitutes give a day?
Yeah.
That requires grip strength. That requires good articulation in the wrist,
Wow.
endurance. Imagine how Country Crush helps with helping and the development of their
Wow.
jerking off abilities.
So now we can sell to people like
So-
Ron Jeremy.
So Kelly can handle the prostitutes in Arkansas. We already know that you have them on speed dial in Florida.
Probably does.
Next year, when I go to Russia, I'll have another lobby full of them. Bro, we can fucking start a revolution. Professional prostitutes approved. 4 out of 5 hookers approve of Country Crush. What a fucking marketing tactic.
PPA approved.
Okay. She'll come down here, just leave
They'll
the
take
door
a big
open,
whiff
that door
of
open, whatever.
Take a big whiff of Brain Crush and then give a hand job.
The
Right?
new version.
No, bro. Imagine a hooker giving you a blowjob and you stick Brain Crush under her nose as she's doing it. No, you do it right as you're getting ready to bust the nut inside. You put the Oh, wait a minute. I forgot. You'd have to ask permission first.
Right.
Because
That's right.
it's her body, her choice.
That's right.
And blowing a load in a woman's mouth is technically murder because we're killing a million potential babies.
You never know. There might be an Obama in there.
What, you mean a turd?
Dropping the Cosby kids off at the pool.
But yeah, so that's what. Okay, John, you're the VP of Sales and Marketing. You got to come up with a marketing campaign for hookers. I will personally go to Vegas. I will sacrifice my time to go to Vegas and go to the Green Door and go to the Hush Room and go to the Dungeon, and I will
sacrifice.
I will personally put on I will sacrifice my body to put on a demonstration on how Country Crush can help prostitutes.
Now that's a real man right there to sacrifice his own body.
I know the guts it's gonna take.
Hey, bro, I'm the captain of this team. I got to take one for the team. If I don't take one for the team, who will?
No, the shirt's gonna go from rip it to grip it.
Well, hey, we'll change everything from rip it. You know what? No, I'm not going to say it. I got a feeling Kelly is sitting right there, and this would even be too offensive to say in front of her. So
it'll give new meaning to the term snatch grip.
Snatch, clean, and jerk.
Hey, we can make pussy grabbing a part of the new Country Crush challenge.
Yeah, right. You just put the loading pin down there, and she's got 25 pounds. Oh,
No, David, what are you talking about? We'll use your penis as the loading pin.
That's a lot of 45-pound plates.
That's okay. We might have a few strong women.
Yeah.
My question is, where are we going to hook the carabiner to?
Might have to get a Prince Albert.
I was going to say, we're going to have to get a zero cage fucking piercing down there for you. I'll pay for that as long as we can film it.
So I'm getting a tattoo in Arkansas and apparently a Prince Albert. Okay.
Right. So John can hold it steady for the piercer.
John, you want to hold my dick while
I'll load the plate.
Flick it in the head.
Yeah. Bing, 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 bing.
We'll call it the one-way piston lift.
No tacky allowed.
You know, pretty soon, people are not going to let all three of us be on the same broadcast.
What's that, bro?
I said pretty soon they're going to ban us from being on the same broadcast at the same time.
Well, you know what's cool about Be Live? You can't get banned.
Yeah, they can't monitor.
So I'm streaming to Facebook, but it's on a completely different platform.
Yeah.
And what are they?
They're probably watching, laughing their ass off too.
Before I forget,
Yeah.
back to the hotel a minute.
Yeah. Actually, I want you to talk about everything you told me last night about the hotel.
Oh. All right. So, one, they usually close the bar at 10.
Yeah.
Friday night, which is the 28th, which is registration, weigh-ins, rolls, they are keeping the bar open till 11.
Right.
And they're, along with that, they are offering dinner specials. Well, a dinner special.
That's what you said, yeah.
Which I believe what was thrown out was homemade lasagna.
Yeah. And last time we talked about last night, that's a perfect pre-work or pre-competition meal.
Well,
lots of carbs and
I want to say this. I can't believe, John, what I would like to do. So we're going to change the format of the show. Every Monday when I do a live, it's going to be as an interview. Like next Monday, I've got Kim Haynes.
Yeah.
And it's going to just be me and her, and we're going to talk about what it takes to be a woman in fitness.
Yeah.
Over 40. Hold on one second.
He's got to go shit.
No.
yeah. And he'll bring back
like oatmeal. That's where country crush handles are made. He poops them out.
Yeah. That's where the idea came up.
Yeah, that's where it came up. Look, I can make a handle out of that. Oh God.
Yeah, the hotel's doing.
Oh yeah, they're doing a lot. It's now with J Street and with them and.
All right, here we go. So what I would like to do, John, is I would like for you to set up a day where we can bring you and the manager of the DoubleTree onto this live feed and talk to, it's a her, right?
Mm.
Talk to her, let her talk about the DoubleTree, what they're doing for us.
DoubleTree.
The Marriott, sorry. Well, no, you know what it is I get confused.
We know that.
Because I have another event that the DoubleTree is sponsoring and pretty much doing the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
But I want to bring the Marriott, the manager of the Marriott on. Like I said, Mondays are going to be interviews. I want it to be, have good content. I want it like this Monday. It's going to be Kim Haynes talking about, and here's Big D. What's up, brother? Talking about what it takes to be a woman in fitness over 40, what it takes to be a competitive bodybuilder and a mom, how to balance it all. I sent Johan Els a message to see if he wanted to come on the show for the following Monday. So anybody you can think of that we should be doing a show with on Monday, try to book it. Let me know so I can do some research on them. Wednesdays are going to be the movie review. And we're going to do this. We're going to bring you guys on. Let's watch the movie. Let's talk about it.
You can even bring Dimitar on for a Monday before the competition.
Yeah,
I would love to get Dimitar on.
Yeah,
I've talked with Ode, and he's going to let me know when he can come on.
Yeah.
And Fridays is just going to be a recap. I mean, I'll still do my impromptu feeds like I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But the actual match, that brother.
I think you're on the right, because this next month, you know, is going to be a big push for the event. Multiple people, not throwing out names, but multiple people have started to show extreme interest in coming.
Yeah.
And I think it's just it's crunch time and things are starting to.
I get a phone call. Hang on. Let's see who's calling me from Kentucky.
It's about your car's extended warranty.
We called you because you visited one of our affiliate websites, and in appreciation, we have a $100 retail rebate voucher for you. It's redeemable at popular stores like Walmart, Best Buy, Home Depot, and many more.
It's not to a dildo store or a sex shop. I don't need it.
Go ahead.
Something about the hotel. Now, the $89 room rate is honored until June 6th. So if you are planning on staying where the action's going to be, the central location for after event, before event, book your room before June 6th.
Because it's right down the street from the gym, correct?
Right.
It's about, I'm going to say it's maybe 5 miles.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But it is important that people book for June 6th.
Right.
Because the rooms are starting to fill up. So they mentioned that yesterday. They said they don't know if they can honor after the 6th, because what you guys got to look, well, not you guys, but everybody else, what they got to look at is June, the end of June in Bentonville is busy time. And it's the weekend before the 4th of July.
John, have Kelly start posting the links for everything.
She's on the phone right now.
Instead of the new hand grips, you should do penis grips. Holy shit, Candy. You want us to do real? Hey, Paul Passmore, don't beat us up, but your wife is freaking requesting penis grips. So we need you to send us the mold of your cock, Paul. New pull-up handles.
Oh, man.
The country cock. Anyways, keep going.
I forgot what I was fucking saying.
Hold on. Jim Cowan from Be Live. I can stream one platform at a time. I can stream to Facebook. I can stream directly to YouTube. Katie Passmore says, everyone but his. LOL. And I can stream to Twitter, and I can stream to Instagram. But I can only stream one at a time. Sorry, John. Go ahead.
Now, and don't forget something that comes with the hotel too. When you book there, it's free continental breakfast. The beer specials every night, $1 beers. When you get here, if you are competing in the event, helping with the event, you at least need to come to the hotel on Friday, for the reason of we are going to give out bracelets.
Yeah.
Because, and that's requested by the hotel so they can keep track of who's with the event and who's not.
Okay.
So at least
so these bracelets they're gonna have to keep with them the entire weekend in order to get the specials, right?
yeah, or come up and get with me, you, or David.
Yeah.
While
you're
if something happens,
I'm going on Amazon right now and ordering the bracelets. What colors do you guys want?
Well, I would say we should get 2 colors, one for adults and one for one for over 21 and one for under 21.
So
yeah.
So you want to do like red for over 21 and like blue for under?
Let's do red for under 21 for stop.
Okay.
Yeah.
And green for over 21 for go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you want to do 2 different other colors because since we're having the seminars and we don't want people to sneak into the seminars, do you want them to have
they won't be able to sneak in.
Yeah, no. The way John has the seminar set up.
Okay.
Yeah.
If your name is not on a list, like if you didn't pre-register,
right,
or you got your money refunded,
yep,
you won't be able to sneak in. Your name will be on a list.
Yep.
And there will either myself, John, or maybe Kelly and Helen will be at the door, checking the names and taking the money. Now, what I was going to ask you guys, I want your opinion, because again, John, this is your event, but I'm thinking if we get Magnus, we should charge $250 at the door.
Oh wow, we don't need that many. Holy shit.
Or 200.
If we get Magnus, I would say 200.
There's red, green.
Because I'm trying to think, a lot of people are traveling quite a ways, paying that expense. They're paying the hotel expense. But with what they're getting, if Magnus comes, that's Magnus, Ode, and Dimitar for $200.
Right.
I don't think that's out of the.
When are we going to stop the pre-registration for this? For the
seminar?
I mean, honestly, we're not getting anyone pre-registering.
So I say the last day to pre-register should be the 28th because everybody will be here.
Yeah, I think it should be sooner than that.
All right, so
what do you think, David? When do you think the pre-registration should stop for the seminar? John says it should stop on the 28th. To me, I think if anybody walks up to us on the 28th and says, I want to do the seminar, they should pay full price.
I think it almost should be a case-by-case basis. I don't know. It's I don't know. That's a tough call because but yeah, it's gonna force people to make a decision though, and they need to. I mean, the last minute registrations. I mean, we have a few people who are exceptions that John has already talked to. But for the vast majority, I agree.
How about we make it on the 27th?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, I've got 200 of each, 200 green and 200 red.
Yeah, we shouldn't need more than that.
Yeah.
Now,
all right, I'll order them.
Something I think maybe we should do, and let me know what you guys think. Right. So if we get Magnus here, we're charging $200 for the seminar. Pre-registration is done on the 27th.
Oh, wait a minute.
If I think if you are competing, if you compete in the strongman, the arm wrestling, or the arm lifting, we should knock it down from 200 to 150. Only if they register by Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that way they're not spending 75 and then because they didn't pre-register, they got to spend 275.
So real quick, I just got an email. I know you guys can't see it, but I just got an email from Roseman Health and Fitness. They want to order 9 handles for their gym.
Oh, awesome.
Awesome.
Do you want plain red and green, or do you? Here's an option to actually put the Country Crush logo on the actual wristbands.
I don't want to put the Country Crush logo on the wristbands. I would rather put Georgie Presents Lifting for Autism on the wristbands if we had.
Yeah, I mean it's only another $6 per green and red to add a logo, and they're just the regular Tyvek wristbands.
So this again, this event is not about Country Crush. This event is about George and autism.
Georgie Presents Lifting for Autism. Okay. All right, cool. I'll put that on there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, I'll add that to it. I almost hit mine now on the other one, and then I saw the one you could add a logo to. So
now, for people coming in on Friday, the 28th, Kelly and I, well, you guys will be here by then, so I kind of figure we should all, at least 2 of us, be at the hotel.
Right.
Because I'll probably be running back and forth to the airport depending on what time Ode and Dimitar are coming in.
Right.
So I can tell you, I don't know about Dimitar, obviously, but I can tell you about Ode. Ode will be arriving at 8:47 in the morning, Friday morning.
There we go.
I'll be there.
And he has to be at the airport on Monday by 11:05 in the morning.
Okay.
I'll make sure he's there.
Of course, we'll have my truck available.
My truck will be available.
You know.
Yeah.
So I had an idea, John, and I wanted you to kind of talk to Anthony.
Okay.
So, we've got the events on Saturday. We've got, we're doing the finals and the seminar on Sunday. What if we do the super matches Friday night after the registration? Talk with the hotel. See if we can set a table up inside their bar Friday night. And we do the super matches Friday night as a prelim to the event Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can. I'll reach out to Anthony, and I'm sure the hotel will be okay with it. Because it'll bring everybody there.
Thank you,
so
Jim.
I will talk to Anthony today, and if he thinks it'll be okay, be good. The problem Friday night, and I thought about that too, not so much the super matches, but doing something Friday, is a lot of people are still working Friday, so they won't get in until late.
But the registration is between 5 and 8 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, right?
So 5, 6, 7, 8. I say we go until 9, because really anybody that's going to be driving or we run We can run the registration until the bar closes. You know, that gives.
Here's my thought then. If we can run registration until the bar closes, then I say we set Robin and Allison super match for 7:30.
Yeah.
And then we can set mine and Mike Cagle super match for 8:30. What does that do? That brings people to the Marriott. That brings business to the Marriott.
Yep.
It brings value to the event because now we have something going each day of the weekend that will hopefully attract people to come. And then you can have the Marriott put it on their social media. Championship arm wrestling featuring super matches.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get with Anthony and see what he thinks.
Like Ike Ford just said, he's got a 13-and-a-half-hour drive. Ike Ford, I got a 22-and-a-half-hour drive, so I don't want to hear shit.
Hell with you both. I got a 5-minute drive.
Oh, fuck you. So Ike Ford saying he's probably going to drive half Thursday night and then the other half Friday. Which is fine, Ike, because again, your super match ain't going to be until Saturday because your super match is against the star of the event, George. And that's really the thing, right? I want the main competition days to be about George.
Right.
Well, that's what it was designed to be.
Right. So
George is going to be busy though with these super matches because the Flash is coming and.
Well, he's got the super match with Flash. He accepted. I know you weren't bitching, Ike. We're just busting your balls. He's got the super match against Ike. So, and then again, if we do it Friday night, it just brings value to the whole overall event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it gives people, but we also have to talk with Mike Cagle to make sure he can make it on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So obviously before we announce it, John, you got to get everybody on board.
Yeah. I'll get a list from Anthony and get a hold of the matches and see. Even if we run,
you're in trouble, Ike. I mean, Georgie really has been training for this. Georgie is taking this shit serious. Sorry, John, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, I was just thinking out loud. Even if we run some Friday night, some Saturday morning.
Right.
For the people that can't make it Friday.
Right.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I'll talk to Anthony. I'm almost positive Rush Schrader could do Friday night because he lives 10 minutes from the hotel.
There you go.
Yeah, because you and Russ could officiate the super matches.
And I believe I just seen I got a notification.
Georgie's hand back, son. Trust me.
I just got a notification, I believe yesterday, that Jim Coyle is coming.
Really?
So Jim Coyle Jim's been a ref at both my arm wrestling tournaments.
Because I asked Jim if he would make a couple of those. That's who I asked about making those hammers.
Oh yeah, Jim's a great. I mean, he's a good official. He's fair,
Yeah.
So him being here will add to the.
I don't know if you want me to say this on live, but what?
If it's what we talked about last night, I wouldn't.
No. Remember we talked about the special gifts for our visitors?
Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So what I talked to Al's Trophy Shop, which is a trophy shop here in Cocoa. I've known Al for a number of years. When we've done competitions down here, he does all the awards and trophies and things and medals. And basically, they're about this tall. They're about 9 inches tall, but they're going to be little trophies. They're going to say 2019, and the actual thing rotates. And on the bottom, it's going to be like an appreciation award.
John, calm your fucking wind down. I can't hear David.
So what I did, Ray, is I talked to my friend Al, who runs Al's Trophy Shop. He makes all the trophies and medals for local competitions, whether it be baseball, bowling, strongman, whatever. And he said that he would make small trophies as tokens of appreciation for our special guests who are coming to Arkansas, as an appreciation for contributing to the to the charity. So he's gonna make those for me. He's already got most of the stuff that he already needs to make them, but they're nothing huge. They're just gonna be, I'm not gonna put their names on it, because we still have some that we don't know yet. They're coming, but it's just gonna be, a token of our appreciation for contributing to this event.
Yeah.
So, and he's doing it for he's doing it for a very, very reduced price because he knows it's a charity.
So what is the reduced price, and what am I going to have to pay for?
I've got it. It's $9.49 a piece.
Cool.
So normally he charges about $38, but he said because it's for charity, he'll do it for $9.49.
Because the biggest thing we got to keep track of, right, is the money that we have. So we've got in the account we have $837.
And we still got to get shirts made.
Well, I pick up my direct-to-garment printer on Friday.
Okay.
So what I was planning on doing was just knocking out shirts on my own printer.
Oh, yeah.
Then all we have to worry about is buying the shirts and buying the ink. You know what I'm saying?
I've got to get my shirt finished, too. I've got my competition shirt for nationals. Through most of the event, we have to wear the competition shirts. But my personal shirt that I wear, it says Warhorse on the back and in the front. But I want to get the Country Crush on each shoulder. I want to get the logo on each shoulder. That way, when I walk out on stage on the nationals, they see, because I won't be able to wear a hat. So, but you'll
have the wrist wrap.
Let me call you guys back. My battery's just blinked.
All right, bro.
All right. See ya.
All right.
Let's see who else is on that we can bring on.
Who do we got?
I don't know. There we go. Let's bring on England. Oh, let's bring on Derek Smith.
There you go.
Or do we want? No, I'm going to bring on.
The Price is Wrong.
We'll bring on Jesse White.
There you go.
As soon as my fucking, there we go.
There is Mr. White. What are you doing, Mr. White?
My fucking computer, because we had a storm today.
Yeah.
Our internet is slow as dirt cheese.
Yeah, Jesse White's the one who gave me the idea to make scrambled eggs in my my shaker cup.
Dude, Jesse White's the guy who came up with the country cup, bro.
Yeah. So he's like, dude, make scrambled eggs in it. I was like, oh shit. So that's what I did it on the country kitchen this morning. I put everything into my shaker and just made it like that. It was perfect. 1,900 calorie fucking burrito.
How many calories?
1,900 calories in that burrito.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna be shitting that out later. Good Lord, you show Autumn shit. I'll show you mine.
Wow, this is not. I fucking hate.
Running like a snail. I heard something.
There we go. And it's weird, bro, because it's just it's like this is running fine, but on my phone, Facebook runs fine, but it fucking runs slower than molasses.
Oh, my computer is the same way. My computer, Facebook runs really slow.
Yeah.
But on my phone or my tablet, it runs fine.
It's insane, bro. Let's see if Jesse comes on. Hope he does, because that took a really long time to get him. What's up, Anthony Appello? Anthony Appello, the lead singer to Six Gun Sal, is watching. His son, Nick Appello, is a Country Crush sponsored athlete.
Yep.
Who do we got that we could bring on? Let's bring on Jim Cowan. Maybe Jim can come on.
Mr. Cowan. What are you doing, Mr. Cowan? How are you today? Would you like a slushie?
I don't know why I got Frank. I clicked on Jim's and I got Frank's.
Oh, Frank Castle?
Nah, Frank Budadowski.
Oh. Frank's a nice guy, by the way. Castle. I don't know about the other guy. Wouldn't want to fuck
Frank
with him.
Castle is awesome.
I wouldn't want to fuck with him, but yeah, he's a nice guy.
Boom. All right. Autumn just said, new challenge for brave men in team crushing it. Beaver balls, whatever that is.
I don't know.
And knowing her mind, I'm afraid to ask.
Exactly. He's like, I don't know.
I'll deadlift David by the foreskin.
What?
That was Ike Ford saying, apparently Ike is lagging because apparently he's referencing your penis being the loading pin. He's telling the world that he's going to lift you by your foreskin.
Yeah, good luck with that, Ike.
I personally want to see Ike Ford arm wrestle David's cock. According to David, this fucking thing would make an anaconda fucking cry. Which kind of brings a joke. You know, David walks into this horse farm, you know, and walks up to the guy and that owns this horse, and he says, "Man, I don't know what's going on. My horse won't ride. He won't give trail rides. He's just so depressed." You know, David's like, "Well, I can help." And David walks up to the horse and talks to the horse for about 2 minutes, and the horse starts fucking cracking up. You know, and David walks away and leaves, and the fucking horse just doesn't stop laughing for a couple of days. And David went back a couple of days later, and the guy's like, "Fucking hey, I don't know what the fuck you said to my horse, but the goddamn thing won't stop laughing." So David walks back up to the horse and comes back a little bit later, and now the horse is depressed and crying again. You know, and the guy, as David's leaving, the guy walks up to David and goes, "Man, what the fuck are you doing to my horse?" He goes, "Well, the first day I came, he said he was depressed. So I walked up to him and said I had a bigger cock than him." And the horse started laughing. When I came back, he told me that the horse wouldn't stop laughing. So I walked up and I proved it. There's my David Thornton joke for the day.
Oh, shit, I don't know my code.
You know, it's funny. I love watching this because Facebook only shows that we have one viewer, but we got a shit ton of people commenting.
Yeah, I know, right?
You know, it sucks that John left, but you know, let's talk. Oh, here comes Jim. Let's talk a little more about the event. You know, Iron Mind.
Yeah.
You know, Randall Strawson actually wanted to come to the event. What's up, Jim?
Oh, it's just Jim. Oh, okay.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah.
So, you know, talking with Randall in Russia, you know, he actually wanted to come to the event, and unfortunately he has a conflicting event. So he immediately said, "Hey, what do you guys need? What can I send you to help the event?"
Right.
I actually just said grippers, right? I didn't want to be greedy.
Right.
And he's like, "Well, how about if I send grippers and I send gift cards?"
Jeez.
You know, he's like, how many weight classes are you having? How many gift cards do you need? And I just said, you know what, man, we got 3 different events. Send what you want to send.
Yeah.
You know, and he's like, well, I'll get you a package out. You'll have it by the end of the week. So we got Jim Cowan, the American Arm Fighter. I'm going to actually change this banner so we can promote Mr. Cowan's code here. Is Jim Cowan, which I can't say for everybody that supports Team Crushing It. Jim Cowan has been doing some very cool animated promotion videos.
Yep.
Dude.
The animated version is actually better looking.
I look better on camera than in person. Just ask Ray.
Hey, bro, I'm going to say this. By the end of your trip here, when you kind of shaved, when you went down to Scott Wynn's, you looked like the Jim Cowan that's on my autographed picture.
You mean sweaty and tired?
No, you were kind of shaved. You know, you looked a little healthier, actually.
That's what happens when you're a lazy ass and you're focused on other things than training. So it just, reality for me was messing around in the gym going, man, I miss being in the gym.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Yeah. I didn't
So
even think I could pull half your stack. So that's why I was like going, man, maybe I should look at a gym as an option.
Right?
Yeah, I go nuts if I can't go to the gym for a while.
So, I mean, most people that follow me know who Jim is. I'm going to give a little bit of backstory on Jim and myself. Jim and I met via Facebook
On Tinder.
through arm wrestling. Jim was the first person to reach out when I asked for training tips to get Helen ready for the table. He was also the first one to respond when I asked people for autographed photos for my gym that Jim was just talking about. Jim has always been a source of support for me. And I want to say this to some people, because there is a few people here that are watching that have made private messages to me about mine and Jim's relationship. So let me tell you why, to those people that have asked questions. Mine and Jim's relationship surpasses one bad incident. In my opinion, Jim got caught up in the middle of some bullshit that wasn't his fault. He got caught up in a lying piece of shit asshole who said he could do something that he couldn't do. Jim never once told me that he could do something that he couldn't do. Jim told me exactly let me tell you how cool Jim is. Jim actually left me all his license information and said, Ray, use it to get somebody in here to fix your house. I don't care about the taxes. I don't care about this. Use my contract. That's how fucking nice this man is. So to the couple of people that are watching that have messaged me and said, how can I still be talking to Jim Cowan? Jim Cowan did not, and I'm going to repeat this, Jim Cowan did not fuck me over. Jim Cowan did not do a fucking thing that he said he couldn't do. He didn't promise something that he couldn't deliver. Jim Cowan came out to California to help me with my lawn, and that's exactly what Jim Cowan did. He kept to his every syllable of his word. And because of the lies of somebody else, he thought he could help more. But as the tale unraveled and the person who represented himself falsely ran away like a coward, Jim stood toe-to-toe, man-to-man. And Jim is a great man of honor and integrity. And that is why I still love Jim Cowan, and that is why Jim Cowan will forever be a part of my life and will forever be a part of Team Crushing It. And fuck you guys who don't like him, and fuck you guys who don't like our relationship. And that's all I got to say on that. So there's the answer to the few people who have been sending me messages asking me how I could still be friends with this man. That is how I am still brothers with this man. And that is why this man is on this live feed and will always be on a live feed if he wants to come on with us. So, Jim, I'm publicly saying thank you to you for coming out and busting your ass and getting my house done for me. Thank you.
Well, and I'll be honest, it doesn't really matter what other people think. It's between you two.
Well, you know, it was made public.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and like I said, and it was made public on my part.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like I said, Jim got caught up in the middle of bullshit. And promises were made to him that weren't kept. If you want to be honest, the only two people who didn't keep their word to Jim, and I'm not going to give this man the respect of using his name, so we'll call him Pineapple Fucker. Or
Holy shit.
Huh?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Little Nicky.
You know, the only two people who didn't keep their word to Jim was me and Pineapple Fucker. So that's all I got to say on that, other than, again, Jim, thank you. And thank your family for allowing you to come out here. And I'm sorry that you had to go through the bullshit you went through. Not that it makes up for it, but it's out.
You know, life is going to give us some challenges, Ray. And it's not the challenges that we're facing that are going to make us. It's how we handle them when they approach us. How we get through it in the end shows our own compassion, not just our own love for each other. We have to realize that not just are we human, but if we don't experience life and make mistakes, we're often going to be prejudgmental of others when we don't know everything that has gone down. We want to show our love and support, and I can appreciate anyone who has sent you a message that said, why are you even talking to Jim County? He's a fucking piece of shit or whatever. You know, I don't know what's been said, to be honest with you. Only my intuition tells me what I feel. And over the years, I've been rarely wrong. I got nothing but love for you, man. I know shit didn't go the way that we all hoped. Again, I don't think ill of anyone. Yeah, things are tight or whatever, but it is what it is, man. You know, we all made decisions and we're moving forward. That's what really matters right now. I don't want to dwell upon the promises made to me or what one person did or another. I just want your place to be in order. Know that you guys are okay. And I'm glad to help anytime it's ever needed.
You know, brother,
for the same price.
Right. And I appreciate that. You know, I'm a firm believer that things happen for a reason. And yeah, it was a tense, stressful moment for me, and I would have loved for it to work out the way you and I had discussed, Jim. But one door closes and another door opened. Jim got home. He immediately got a job that he could get paid for. And that's the other thing to all you guys that have messaged me, you know, and I'm sorry, Jim, I don't mean to offend you, but I'm going to share a little bit of personal information on you just so people can truly understand the sacrifice that you made. Jim came out here despite the fact that his wife, his mother, and his 3 children were getting evicted from their home. In fact, while Jim was out here, they actually got their eviction notice.
Oh, man.
Jim didn't jump on a plane. Jim didn't say, Ray, I got to get the fuck home. Jim kept his word, stayed beyond the time that he was supposed to be here to make sure it got handled.
There's a bunch of boxes already stacked up so we can get out of here as soon as possible. Yeah, like nothing's in here. It's all bare and empty.
Do you have another place to go, Jim?
Nope. Yeah.
Well, he does, but that would require him to drive back to California.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough spot right now. I picked up a project and they've already shut the project down. I'm still I'm just like anybody else, man. I'm struggling in life just like everybody, and try to keep my chin up.
Yeah.
And so again, that little symbol in the corner of my picture says Team Crushing It. And it's more than a logo, it's more than a name, it's more than anything. We have all come together when David hurt his foot. We all came together to help David. When John Waddell needed some help, we all came together to help him. When I needed help, people came to help me. So now our brother Jim needs help. So we need to get Jim the help he needs. So anybody, I'm asking this, Jim, you don't have to say it here. You don't need to put it out here, but you should message myself. You should message David. You should message Ike Ford.
Yep.
I'm calling out on Team Crushing It. If you can help Jim and his family, I don't care if it's $5 or $500. Let's get some money in this man's pocket so him and his family can eat tonight. Maybe get a hotel room when they do have to leave their apartment. In the military, David has heard this. Anybody who's served in the military has heard this. Never leave a man behind.
Yep. Absolutely.
And I can't sit here and promise the world, but between us, we should be able to get this man some money in his pocket to help him and his family. Because nobody's kids should have to go without food. Nobody's kids should have to go without shelter.
Nope.
And this fucking term, Team Crushing It, doesn't mean shit if we're going to leave our brothers and our sisters that need help behind.
It's not just a thing, it's a way of life.
I know that Jim has a PayPal. So, Jim, like I said, you need to message people so we can get you a little bit of money sent to you and hopefully help you and your family out a little bit.
Jim, do they have Jim, message me after we go off live. I may have some resources to help you out through a family member of mine who helps in situations like this. So message me after live.
Yeah, I will. It's rather unexpected. I can't thank you enough for trying to help. I don't share what goes on too much.
Yeah.
It's all right, brother. Let it out. That's what we're here for.
Man.
Don't be ashamed to let it out.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll help you any way you can. I've got somebody who could quite possibly get you and your family at least some temporary housing up in that area through a network. So I'll call that person and then I'll message you. How about that?
I appreciate you.
No problem. Not another problem at all, brother.
Even though this isn't my saying, I got it from another combat vet that owns another small business, but I told this to Jim, and it's never been more true than I found to be in the past month. And that saying is team up to dream up.
Yep.
I have learned that you can't do it on your own. I have learned that in life, shit happens.
Yep.
And it becomes overbearing. I do these feeds, I do these feeds for my own personal mental health.
Oh, yeah.
It allows me to connect with people that I care about. It allows us to joke. It allows us to have a good time. And it's not about clicks. It's not about viewers. It's not about popularity. I can give two fucks. It's about moments like this.
Yeah. I mean,
Um,
and it's the same thing for me. I have PTSD, and when there's moments that I feel like shit, I see Ray hop on, I click on and watch or join in, and it takes away, takes me somewhere else.
the bottom line is this. It's about being honest and having integrity, right?
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie, David. When you first didn't come, and no one called and this and that, I was skeptical.
Yeah.
Then when you didn't come the second time, I'm not gonna lie. Ask Jim. I was even more skeptical.
He was more upset than skeptical.
Well, I was very upset, but I was skeptical about the relationship and everything, because that's just my paranoid nature.
Right. No, I understand.
I really wish Jim was still here for nothing more than to help me with all this fucking computer shit. And I tell you, and I said this too, right? I said that Jim was a pain in my ass because Jim is so fucking smart and he can talk on such a level that's above my capacity to understand. I actually had to tell Jim, I said, hey, bro, when you talk to me, you have to dumb yourself down because I'm an idiot. But Jim got me doing more things in one day. Like he taught me how to use my camera phone to take professional pictures.
Right.
He taught me about hashtagging. I guess what I'm saying is fuck what he came out here for. He showed a value to Country Crush. And if we would have got the Brain Crush, I guarantee you he would have sold it to the appointments that we had. So I'm going to say this to you, Jim, and I'm going to say it here live. And I would like to see your face when I say this, Jim.
1 second.
Yep.
1 second.
Okay. That sounds like some booger.
Yeah, it did. Too.
That's the type of stuff you got to do live on camera, bro. You have to show your snot.
Yeah, you got to share.
We were just talking about, there we go. There's a snot rag. We were just talking about poop, man. Come on. I do not have the money, Jim, to help you to get here all the way. Because I have to get myself to Arkansas.
Get your ass to Mars.
But I will say,
again, Ray,
I will say this, Jim. If you can get back here, you have a roof over your head until you get set up. And I did contemplate offering this to you quite a bit. Because as you know, Jim, I have a lot of drama in my own life.
We all do.
And adding your drama would be a stress, but it's a stress that I'm willing to take on. So I know it's not, maybe it's not a realistic option, but it's an option nonetheless.
Well, I'll definitely converse with everyone in the household regarding that. I have never not communicated anything that you and I have discussed.
No, I know, bro. And that's what I like about you, brother.
Yeah. Be a fan
I may have bagged on you about, because I'm not the type of man who stays on the phone and calls it, my wife. But I tell you, I respect the relationship you have with your wife. It was funny. I was at the McDonald's play area with my kids the other day, and this guy walks in with his wife and his daughter and his grandkids, and he has a shirt on. He goes, I just got married 30 years ago. And he walks up to his wife as he brings the food to the table. He leans over to his wife and he gives her a big hug and gives her a big kiss and says, I just wanted to say thank you for making my life great.
Nice.
What an awesome sentiment. And that's what I see with you and your wife. I'm an asshole. I'm emotionally disconnected. I can't do that. But
we're different people. We're not the same person, Ray.
I like that about you, Jim. I like that about the relationship you have. But more impressively, bro, you know, you did something that gave me a great deal of respect for my father, because my father too took on kids that wasn't his. You know, the fact that you went out and took on the responsibility of your wife's children, and you went out and got them, and you adopted them. You know, that's fucking huge, bro. You know, and I've heard enough. Me personally, the reason why I'm going on this, if you want to call it a rant, is I've heard enough people say enough negative shit about you, and I have said some too, that you need to be built up, and the positive stuff about you needs to be put out there.
Well, and a good point too is that any man can make a child, but it takes a real man to be a father.
Right. Well, no, any man can be a father, but it takes a real man to be a daddy.
Right.
You know, I've been a father to some of my kids, meaning I've only been a check to them. You know, I write that monthly check off. But I've only been a daddy to 6 of them. Is Blue Eyes up, buddy? Is Uncle Chris up there? Can you go tell Uncle Chris to go watch Blue Eyes real quick, and I'll get off this and I'll come right up. And my phone's almost charged. So Georgie just came down and let me know that my daughter is awake, guys. So I'm going to have to end this. Right. Jim, I love you, brother. And please message David and message me, and we'll see what we can do to help get a little bit of money in your pocket.
Before I go, can you share something with your son for me?
Well, he just walked out, but I'll definitely share it with him.
Just replay this to him.
Yep. Well, hold on. Let me get him real quick. Let me get him.
Jaeger, get in the house. Come on, baby. And now it's Pops. Come on. Don't look at me like that.
All right, hold on. Remember Jim, right? The one who showed you the game? Well, he wants to show you something. Come here.
Hey, Georgie.
Sorry. See? There he is right there and right here. Yeah, he's ready.
Hey, George. Just want you to know that even though I'm way back home in Colorado, here, right there, do you see that? That's my wallet. Do you know what that yellow paper is?
What's that yellow paper? Let's see.
Jaeger, Turbo.
Can you see that?
That's the picture you drew for him.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I still have it.
He carries it with his wallet, in his wallet. So he just wanted to let you know that he's still thinking of you and that he loves you.
It sits right here all the time, little man.
Oh, look.
Right there in my wallet.
Love you.
All right, buddy. I'll be
You too, buddy. You be a good kid.
We're gonna end it. I'm gonna be right up here. You want my phone, right? That's what you want? Here. It's only 30% charged, so you're gonna have the head of it is by the bed, on my side of the bed, so you're gonna have to charge it some more, okay? And just keep it away from the baby. So with that, I'm gonna end it. Jim, again, make sure you reach out to David.
Yeah, I'll make a phone call as soon as we go off live, and then I'll message you, Jim, and get the information on the resource. What city specifically are you in?
I'm currently in Colorado Springs. We're looking at places that are cheap to relocate, like Tennessee or something that's super cheap. Okay. I don't know exactly what we're doing at the moment. Right now, we're open to suggestions and thoughts. Okay. It kind of sucks with it snowing here because it just makes work stop even longer.
Yeah, no, I know that. Yeah. All right. I will.
Yep.
I will get that information, get the contact numbers for you, and I'll get with you.
And with that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. David, Jim, I love you guys.
Love you too.
Keep your chin up, brother. And stay in touch. Let's get you and your family some help. David, put out a message into the Team Crushing It group that anybody who can help to please contact Jim and help him.
Will do. I'll get on it.
Love you guys.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.